Hey guys, Rebecca Eloisa here, and today we have a pretty fun video for you. We are going to be talking all about how to glow up physically. Let's be real, this is a superficial topic, but it is a lot of fun. I watch these videos, they give me inspiration, they give me ideas, and I personally went through a pretty massive glow up over the last couple of years. If we go back 2 years, Rebecca back then is very different than Rebecca now, and I am very happy with the results. Okay, so there were some key things that I did. Back then, I had some pretty bad cystic, deep acne, which can be a whole video on its own. Hair was falling out, it was thin, it was breaking off at the ends, I had dark circles underneath my eyes, I was super stressed out, and I wasn't taking care of myself like I should have, even though I thought I was, because I was still doing ginger shots, staying away from alcohol. I was trying to get some sleep, but still, I just wasn't happy with what I saw. I knew, you know what? God put me on this planet and He put me on this planet to look and feel my best, and this ain't it. But enough about me. We're talking about you and how you can have a pretty amazing glow up too. If you're on a glow up journey, I did create a workbook just for you. It's called the Lucky Girl Workbook, and basically you go through it, and by the end of it, you'll be able to learn what you need to add to your life to continue glowing up and what changes you need to make, but then also what you need to take out of your life. Because you know, some things, jobs, relationships, products, makeup, certain things are toxic, and that does pull from our beauty, our outside beauty, and how we feel on the inside. So if you're interested in that, in the description box down below, grab that Lucky Girl Workbook and keep on watching this video. All right, the first thing is to have some physical non-negotiables. What does that even mean? Physical non-negotiables are things that you will never leave the house without, for the most part. For example, I'm just gonna say, one thing my dad does is you will never catch him smelling musty. He always is freshly showered, clean, and smells really, really, really good. Always has his hair done. Whenever we see our dad, my brother and sister, whenever we see my dad with like some crazy hair, we're like, whoa, like that maybe happens like once a year, okay? He's always gonna be clean and his hair is always going to be done. That being said, what you can do is think about what non-negotiables you are comfortable with. This has to be something that you can, one, easily maintain. So it's like, I will never leave the house without what? You don't want to say something that's hard for you personally to maintain, like a full face of makeup, a dress, and heels. No one will ever see me without that, if that's not you. And honestly, it ain't me. So me personally, one thing I try to always do is I try to always have my hair looking presentable. Crazy is crazy. You look like you got electrocuted. And sometimes it can be cute and you can work with it, but sometimes you can't. So one thing I always try to do is always have my hair done. The next thing I try to do is have some type of lip color always on. So it could be something like this. This is a lip tint from Vaseline, and it's moisturizing but also has a nice rosy color. Something else I like to do, because this lasts, is using a lip stain. Because once you put it on your lips, it just like stays on even if you're drinking or eating or doing whatever. It's really nice, but it does add some color to your face. Something else that I picked up that I think is a lot of fun is always wearing earrings. So I have a couple ear piercings on this side, or 2 on this side, 3 on this side, and I have some that stay in my ears all the time. And then these front ones are the ones that I switch out. So these ones are sometimes empty, but I will always have earrings in. And I love gold, so there's always gold. So I always have these earrings, and then I always have some type of necklace that I just like sleep in, shower in, and everything. But having jewelry does make you look a bit more put together. That's something I've been doing. And then also, which I think is so much fun, using dangly earrings if you can. Like if your job allows you to, but wearing something that really like just is like fun to play with. I think they're so cute. That's pretty simple. Earrings, lip gloss, hair done. Those are my non-negotiables. Something that elevates your look and is super natural are eyelash extensions. So I don't use like the permanent ones, and I don't use like the strip ones that go above your lash, but I've recently been using something called Lashify, which is amazing. It was recommended to me by an amazing friend who has all the best beauty tips. Ladies, I'm telling you, Lashify is amazing. You just like put this like glue on like a mascara, and then the lashes actually go underneath your eyelash. And you can use Lashify, or you can do this with like singles or like little bunches of lashes. But I noticed a really big difference, and it looks very natural, and it lasts for like a couple days. Yeah, so imagine before you just get out of bed and that's how you are, which is great. But then with this beauty non-negotiable, maybe throw on some earrings, put on a lip tint or lip gloss, maybe you have lashes, and do your hair, and you're good to go. And so that kind of just elevates your look a tiny bit, but enough to where even if you had sweats on or in like a hoodie and someone saw you outside, then it'd be fine. So everyone's physical non-negotiables are going to be different. Figure out what yours are. And we're not talking just about hygiene non-negotiables, so that's a whole nother video, which is a topic that I love as well. I love talking about hygiene, but definitely like, of course, brush your teeth and wash your face and all of that kind of stuff, shower. But when it comes to like what you put on your body, like your earrings, your jewelry, the type of clothes, that's where you want to draw the line for your non-negotiables. So I was listening to a podcast, and a woman was talking about how she will not like leave the house wearing sweats ever. So you'll never see her in sweats. She doesn't even own sweats. And so that's something that is her thing. Whereas other people like me, like we love sweats or leggings, you know? I also have a friend who's a personal brand coach, and all of her clothes are within her brand. So you'll never see something that's outside of her brand colors. Even if she's at the airport wearing leggings, it's still within her brand colors. So her look is cohesive no matter which environment you find her in, which is amazing. I love that about her. We're all trying to get on her level one day. Let me know below what your physical non-negotiables could be. My second piece of advice for a natural glow up is scent. Learn how to smell pleasant most of the time. Make smelling good a habit. That is something that, one, makes you feel good and also makes other people feel good. Because don't we just love fresh, good, pleasant smells? Yes, yes, yes. I actually learned this tip from working in Hollywood and working around a lot of different celebrities and people in the industry. And that is one thing that top celebrities tend to do, is they tend to smell good. I mean, imagine meeting a celebrity who you love so much, and you go to meet them and their breath smells like stink. Like it's just the stinkiest, most disgusting breath ever. That's gonna ruin your experience with them, okay? Think of yourself as the same. You want to provide a good experience, and scent is one of the ways that works with your senses. So we can get a bit into hygiene right now, but of course, like the basics of you wanna wash your hair, you have your scalp clean, wear deodorant, your feet clean, wash everything, you know, that's one thing. Figure out how you personally want to maintain your scent. Something that people always tell me is, oh, you smell good. I didn't really know what it was, but once I actually thought about it, I realized it's because, well, one, I have curly hair, so I always have hair products in, and the hair products that I choose usually smell like coconuts. I got a tropical fruit smoothie up here in these curls, and so that's one thing that really contributes to how I smell. They're like, oh, you smell so clean, or you smell like fruit, you smell like coconuts. Oh wait, story time. One time I came out of my college apartment, like the dorms, and I came downstairs and I was waiting for my Uber to come pick me up, and the security guard came over. He's like, girl, every time you walk by, you be smelling like coconuts. I was like, oh man, that was the first time anyone had told me that, but he said that so nice and so smooth, it touched my heart. And so I thought, okay, that's for sure my hair, because my shampoo, conditioner, and my products are coconut. So that's one option. Another option is when you get out of the shower and you put all of your lotion on. You put your lotion on and then you spritz your perfume. And where you're supposed to spritz your perfume is where you want your lover to kiss you. Have you guys ever heard about that? But also on your pulse points. So here on your wrists and right here on your neck. Sometimes behind your knees if you need a little bit of more extra scent. And on the topic of scent, I do want to bring up fragrances. So a lot of fragrances are toxic, but what you can do is download the Think Dirty app and it'll tell you what level of toxicity you're actually using. So something like Bath and Body Works may have a high toxicity, whereas something like Dr. Bronner's like soap or like Dove's unscented hypoallergenic soap will have a very low toxicity load. Now, paying attention to the chemicals that you're putting on your body and in your body is extremely important as well. And the last like 2 years, I actually did a huge detox of a lot of the bad toxic chemicals, and it has helped a lot. And now when I put on like a lip gloss or like makeup, I can feel the toxicity and it irritates me a lot. Whereas back in the day, I would be putting on these toxic things on my body and feel like low-key irritated, and it would cause like inflammation in my body, but I wouldn't really know why or what. But now I can actually feel it. So highly recommend, especially for your glow up, is to download the Think Dirty app and check all of your beauty products. Throw out the ones with the highest toxicity and start integrating products that have a lower toxic load. So when it comes to smelling good, I recommend finding like a non-toxic perfume using essential oils, or if you do have your favorite perfume, like there's one that I have in mind that's like, smells amazing. I spray it on my clothes. So I'll spray it on my clothes versus like directly on my skin. If I really want to, I'll spray it on my skin, but for like everyday use, it goes on my clothes. But really the thing is, you just don't want to smell bad. You don't want to smell bad. I personally use Dove unscented soap because my skin is pretty sensitive, but it doesn't smell like anything. And I like it. I like that because then I can add my own scent to it. It's not overpowering. Something else I learned working in Hollywood is having fresh breath. The power of fresh breath, y'all, I'm telling you, that makes you like someone even more. So floss, brush your teeth twice a day. And then something I like to carry around are these little like breath freshener sprays. And I usually spray it like right after I eat, or if I just am feeling like dirty. Like say I just did a workout, I'm probably not gonna get home and be able to shower anytime soon, and I personally feel icky, then I'll just spray like a little spray, and it usually like helps lift my mood. So that's just maybe just me, but you should try it out. It definitely creates a better experience for people around. We're glowing up. This is possibly the biggest tip, but cycle sync your hormones. All right, so for all the ladies watching right now, cycle syncing. I'm not gonna go all the way into it, but it's basically our bodies are on a 28-day cycle, longer or shorter depending who you are. But that's basically the cycle, and then at the end of the cycle is your period, right? So each week leading up to your period, your body's hormones are actually changing pretty drastically, and you have different strengths and different weaknesses. And so it's learning how to work with your body. So if you notice right before your period, during your luteal phase, you are actually feeling way hungrier than usual, but lower energy, you want chocolate, a bit moody, but you don't know why. Well, learn about these cycles. Because when you actually learn about them, then you learn, oh, in my follicular phase, that means that I should be eating leafy greens and veggies and fruit and light for this reason. And then as you go into your luteal phase, you may start eating more like starches or heartier or more mineral-rich stews and soups. And that basically helps you, okay? You also can cycle sync your exercises. So if you're someone who likes to run, but you notice right before your period you're burnt out and running makes you cranky and all this kind of stuff, it's because the first part of your cycle, you're more optimized for like high intensity workouts, high intensity interval training. But then the second part of your cycle, you're more into like muscle building, fat burning. So like slower weightlifting, less cardio. That works better for you to achieve your weight loss, muscle building, fat burning, strength goals. Whatever your goals are physically in the gym, you can actually cycle sync that. And the coolest part is that Team USA women's soccer team, they do this, and you guys saw them. They are amazing and they're winners. We all should be winners, right? So highly recommend you cycle sync. And you can do this with your relationships, with your work schedule, because during some parts of your cycle, Your right side of your brain and the left side of the brain are most similar, so it's great for decision making. Other parts of your cycle, you're more outwardly focused, so it's easier for you to talk to people and you like to be around people compared to the other part of your cycle. So when you track your period and you know what cycle you're in and you know what you're supposed to eat, how you're supposed to be living to live optimally, it is life changing. So we mentioned the gym. So when I started doing that, I started to lose fat a lot faster. And I wasn't even trying to lose fat. I wasn't not trying to lose it. But I was like, oh dang, my waist is getting slimmer. I like it. Or I'm able to work out all month and work with myself without beating myself up about like, oh my God, I'm so tired right now. I can't work out, and then hating myself for it. Now I'm like, oh, I'm in my luteal phase. I'm intentionally gonna take a break today, a rest day. I'm intentionally gonna do a slow yoga instead of going to this like HIIT class. And it really helps with your goals. It helps with your self-esteem. It helps with how you view yourself. And the coolest part is that you can give your loved ones, like if you have like a boyfriend or like family, friends, your relationship, your partner, you can let them know what phase you're in, especially if you get moody, because then they'll know like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be extra nice this week, you know, stuff like that. Cycle syncing is amazing, but it's helped me glow up so much. Not only just my body and feeling like just way more comfortable in my body, but knowing what vitamins and minerals I need during what parts and actually supplying my body with that, which has really helped a lot. That helps with your hair growth, the strength of your nails. My nails have gotten so much stronger in like the last 6 months. My hair has been growing faster. It stopped breaking because the ends are breaking off quite easily. Cycle syncing is life-changing, I'm telling you. I actually did a whole video on books that I recommend for cycle syncing and basically jumping into your femininity, or blossoming your femininity. And so I'll link those down below. If I ever have a daughter, I am going to teach her about that in junior high, because I did not learn it until more recently when I decided to come off of birth control. But then when I did, I just had all these like really bad cystic pimples and all these symptoms because I didn't know how to actually work with my body versus working against it. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, the last part of how to glow up physically is gonna be something that is a major commitment. Have you seen those TikToks where it's me 6 months before I moved to Miami and then now me 6 months after living in Miami, and people look totally different, but the thing is like they basically like glowed it up. They had a glow up in Miami. So this tip is move to a place that fits your needs. Now this is a big one. Like I said, it's a commitment. It's not easy and you can't just do it right away unless you're about that life. But if you're like me, it takes time to actually, make a safe leap. But figure out your needs. Are you someone who thrives in the big city, fast pace? Or are you someone who likes to live maybe up in the mountains where you're more secluded and your neighbors are like a couple acres away? Or are you someone like me who loves, yes, I love it, loves the tropics and tropical weather? Or are you someone who loves the four seasons and actually experiencing the snow and the fall and the spring and summertime and all of that? Figure out what type of environment you need. Also, when it comes to people, what type of people do you thrive around? Are you more of like someone like me, like I love being in an international community that's highly diverse? Or are you someone who likes to be more around the people you grew up with and were raised with? Whatever that is to you, figure it out. I noticed a huge difference when I moved to Bali. So I was here last year for like 3 months and now I'm here for a couple months. The thing is, I've spent almost most of the year overseas. So I've been in Southeast Asia, specifically Bali and a couple other countries, but mainly Bali. I love it here. I've been in Bali and the glow up that I've experienced here internally and externally is wild and mind-blowing, and I want everyone to experience it. I've lost probably like 3 pounds of fat. My hair's been growing really thick and really fast and getting these natural highlights from the sun for no apparent reason, and I love it. I feel like an island girl. My skin has cleared up like crazy. I know I always talk about my skin, but this is my skin before. it was highly acneic, cystic pimples, pain, ouch. But being here has really helped with that, along with some other things which I can go into later. Let me know if you want a video about how I got rid of my cystic acne. Let me know below. I love it here because it's full of people who took the leap to leave their foreign country and come to this foreign country. The people here are also amazing. The culture on this island is amazing. The locals are just incredible. The expats that live here and the people that come vacation here are pretty cool. It's an island full of expats. So these are people from all over the world who have left their home countries to come live in a new country that's been foreign to them. So they are risk takers. You also need to bring business with you because they don't want you taking jobs from the people who live here, from like locals. The majority of people I've met that are expats, actually everybody, has some type of industry. So they have they are content creators, they have businesses, they have startups, they do crypto, they have NFTs, they do web design. Like everybody's very different, but they are all founders in some type of way and definitely are remote workers. So it's really cool because it's a community of innovators, which I thrive off of it so much, even more so than like Los Angeles from what I experienced there. As you can see, I'm just ranting about Bali, but what I want you to do is figure out what type of community you want and need, ideal community. What type of weather, what type of like terrain, what kind of type of living situation works best for you. Because when you live in a place that lights you up and that makes you excited for every day to see what's next, it does something different. It does something to your body. And I think it has to do with like the lack of stress and like the boost in happy hormones, but you just glow. You glow so different. Now, the truth is, not everybody can up and leave their country and move to another country or different city right now. And so what I highly recommend, and I'm gonna do this because I'm actually going back to California for a while. I'm gonna do this, but is you wanna be able to create that community where you are. Maybe you love going to the gym, so make sure you're living in proximity to a gym. Or if you like to run trails, find the trails in your area and find other people that like to do the same. If you like a certain type of cuisine or certain restaurants, and go and do day trips and figure out where you can eat that type of food. But essentially, you have the power to create the life that you want. And if you can't have it right now in this moment, then do the best with what you have. The last one is to eat life-giving foods. So cut out the processed junk. I'm not even gonna get into this because everybody mentions it, everyone talks about it. But the more you can eat from the earth, the better. And I know you know that. Guys, I highly recommend getting an allergy test because you want to see what you're allergic to and what you're sensitive to. For example, me, I didn't even know this, but I was allergic to eggs, avocados, and tomatoes, and almonds. I did this test with my doctor. I'm allergic to them. Do you know what I had for breakfast every single day before I knew that? I had an almond flour tortilla with scrambled eggs, an avocado, and tomato on top, like in a taco. It's so delicious. But I was literally eating the most inflammatory breakfast for myself. It would have been better if I had like a cheeseburger no, not cheese, I'm allergic to cheese. It would have been better if I had like a In-N-Out burger and fries for breakfast versus this like healthy tacos, right? I saw a major difference in not only my mood and my clarity and my sleep, but also physically in my skin. I had these dark circles and they've gone away completely since I stopped eating those foods that I'm allergic to. So I highly recommend getting an allergy test. Another story, I had a friend and she didn't know that she was gluten intolerant, and she decided to cut it out because her doctor told her to. And when she cut it out, she didn't have celiac disease, but she had a gluten sensitivity. When she cut it out, she lost like 20 pounds because she was overweight and feeling really stuffy. Her allergies went away, so she always had this like nasal drip. It went away. She also had rosacea, and the rosacea went away when she cut it out. Now, it's not just saying, oh, everybody should just cut out gluten, everyone cut out eggs, but you have to find exactly what's specific to you, and then that's what you cut out. Because trust and believe, if I didn't have this egg sensitivity, I would still be eating eggs because I feel like they're the perfect food perfect balance of fat and protein. Oh, you can boil them and scramble them. You can poach them. I love eggs, guys. So I've been talking for a long time, but these are the quick and dirty tips for how to glow up. If you're interested in going deeper into this, I highly recommend grabbing my Lucky Girl workbook. It's in the description box down below. Click the link, download it for free, fill it out. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or concerns and I will get back to you. But again, thanks for watching. I hope this brought value to you. Alrighty guys, I will see you in the next video. Stay golden. Mwah.